does he have the chart he needs for you? Okay.
So that's all right.
So
That's good. we have the response charts in here. That's what you know them. So that one is tricky.
That one we're going to keep trying until we get it.
Yeah. Looking forward to your event this afternoon.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be sweet. A lot of last minute details to get done.
Yeah.
We have it.
I think I got it.
It comes in on 2, so.
Yeah, I got that part. And she's coming over too.
I don't know. I have to talk to you later.
Want me to ask her? No, I mean on the anybody can see
More the merrier.
you. I didn't mean to throw a zinger at you, Delia. I didn't mean to throw a zinger at you, but it'd be helpful to just get that clarification at a time. Because yeah. So, you ready?
You want to do solos in a different way?
I don't know. I think it's just going to kind of depend on how we're doing time-wise. Yeah, can we just kind of dive in and you guys can play low? Because we don't have time to, we need to go ahead and start. Yeah, we good? Top of the world?
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are near. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. You're what's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world, and I'm part of creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. You're what's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world, and I'm part of creation, and the only explanation I can top of the world. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
Nice, Delia. Yeah. So we're going to hit, as soon as I get back, we're going to hit Power of Love really just hit it. This is the key in the chart.
May we stand? Face with me to the north, please. Creator and spirits of the north and the winds, thank you for this beautiful music and this beautiful day as we come into this procession of life. Thank you for the transformativa, and thank you for all the really, really wonderful things that crack us up in this life. And thank you for this visual on this screen to help me with that. Thank you, winds, for bringing that to us. Face to the east, please. Spirits of the east, the rising sun, thank you for your beauty and your warmth. Thank you for all that you give us so that we might rise toward the light in the future and the brightness and the greatness of the earth and its growth. Thank you for all the medicines that you offer us, that you help to grow in this way. Hope. Face to the south, please. Spirits of the south, the water nation, the water people, we call upon you to hear us, and we ask you, the cloud people and the rain people, to hear us in these times when we grow our crops and nurture the earth in this way. We ask you to hear our prayers and to know that you're welcome in our hearts and in our homes and in our land. Come to us and be with us and share life in a good way, I hope. Please to the west, please. To the spirits of the west, the ancestors of the future and ancestors of the past, thank you for all the wonderful knowledge and wisdom you share with us in the wind. Thank you for the moon and its brightness and the medicine that it brings to us. Help us to shine in that light as well as the light of the sun. Let us always know that there is light within. Face the center, please. So grateful for life and spring. Thank you, Creator, for all the new growth and for all the impossible colors of spring and the flowers. Thank you for all the sounds and the smells and the bugs and the bees and all the things that are life to us, Creator. Thank you for all the many blessings you've given us, and thank you for all the many blessings to come. In a good way. I hope.
Breathe deeply. Our theme is love. Love can crack you up. And indeed, that's what we're celebrating today. So I invite you to crack open those wallets and purses, bring some money in, feed some hungry people while we sing a little bit about the power of love. Let's go back to the future. While the kids are coming in, we have a guru in our presence. Thank you very much. Been one of my main gurus in my life. One of the reasons this building and this place and this community exists is standing right back here. Matt, would you come up here? Matthew Fox. He's the reason we have those 4 V's up there. He's the reason we're celebrating creation. He, in one of his books that got him booted out of the Catholic Church, called Original Blessing, he is the one who has taught me and taught millions of people that original sin is a hoax. So everyone give a big old cheer for Matthew Fox. Top again, right from the top. Here we go. We can do better than we just did. Oh yeah. Get the curious thing. Make one man weep, make another man sing. Change a home to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. Does it make you want to dance? You're welcome to do that, you know. Here we go. Tougher than diamonds, but with my green. Stronger and harder than a bad girl dream. Make a bad one good, make a red one right. Power of love keeps you home at night. Don't need money, don't need no fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and sudden and it's cool sometimes. If I just say it alive, that's the power of love. That's the power of love. First time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, it might make you mad. You'll be that baby when you found the power of love that makes the world go round. Don't need money, don't need no fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and sudden and it's cruel sometimes, and I just say it alive. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. They say that all in love is bad. Yeah, but you don't care. But you know what to do when it gets hold of you. And when love comes along, the power of love. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. That's the power of love.
Chorus one more time.
Don't need money, don't need fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and sudden and it's cruel sometimes, and I just say it alive. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. Can you feel it? That's the power of love. The power of love. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! You can try to be seated.
Good morning, Jubilee. Well, I tell you, Huey Lewis in the news is a tough act to follow, but we're going to give it a go. So, how many of you have heard of the Broadway musical Rent? All right. So today we're going to be doing Seasons of Love, and we're going to be accompanied by the wonderful World Beat Band. And the simple message of the song is that life is not measured by how many miles we drive, how many steps we take, how much money we have in the bank account. It's really measured by how much love we have. It's the one thing that we take with us into the next life. So here we have Seasons of Love.
Oh, yeah. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? Talk about love. Talk about love. Talk about love. Seasons of love. The bell speaks a different language. It's a language that speaks to all of us, but speaks a different language than any of us. It calls us to a different way of being. It calls us to a different way of thinking. A different way of sensing life around us. Bells can crack us open. For whom the bell tolls, for thee, for me, for you, good earth. And during this prayer time, you're invited, if you wish, to come over and pray with some prayer partners over here. Share communion if you choose. Breathe deeply. So what you see here is the gathered community. The gathered community. This is how we come together and celebrate together. But the way it works is by little small groups here and there doing what needs to be done. This is how we celebrate. The rubber meets the road with these small groups of doing all kinds of different activities. That is Jubilee in action. And Jackie, who has been putting this whole conference together this weekend, she and Gail are going to collapse this afternoon. Believe me. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you. I want to say that Jubilee is a community, and I did a lot of work, but I could not have done it with amazing members of this community. Bob on sound, Mark with setup, Ronnie doing the cleaning. Like, this was really, truly a community event, so thank you all so much. And a lot of grace. So Jubilee is a community, and we support each other, we share our great gladness, we share our deep challenges, and as a community, we come together throughout the week. And Jubilee in Action is when we tell each other what we're doing this week. So to tell you what's coming up are some amazing Jubilants.
I'm Ron Katz with the Social Justice Team. Early voting is in process, and if you think you just don't have the time to vote, you can actually vote today at any of the 5 libraries from 1 to 6 p.m. This year's primary ballot, depending on party affiliation and the location, have races for Buncombe County Sheriff, District Attorney, and U.S. House races. And the District Attorney race is very much important because there are only 2 candidates running, and there's no Republican, so whoever wins the Democratic primary is our District Attorney. If you are unsure of the candidates on your ballot, www.vote411.org is a website where, when you enter your address, it offers not only who is on your ballot, but information on those candidates. We have someone before and after the 9:45 celebrations in the hospitality room this Sunday and next before primary May 8th to answer your questions. If you're concerned about what is happening, this is one way for you to affect change.
My name is Marion. I am a lead for the Latin Neighbor Team. We sometimes forget them, but they are a force of energy behind every activity that makes Asheville prosper. I am asking you to support Latin families by giving them work. I will be at the door with a handout about how you can do that.
Hi, Jubilee. I'll be sharing some movement classes beginning this Tuesday, running through May and June. The first class of the evening will be called Body Awakening, and kind of like Yoga Plus, like yoga and all kinds of other movement, all move together to just get you really deeply into your bodies and opened up, some flexibility and strengthening, but mostly centering. And then that will start at 6 and go to 7:15, and then from 7:30 to 9 o'clock, intro to belly dance, and it's a very mindfulness-based approach to belly dance. Very beginner-friendly.
Wow, I've been in Asheville since Wednesday. It's my first time in this beautiful city. I'm from Boulder, the other mountain city to your west. About 2 months ago, we decided to show a film I've been working on for 4 years, The Unruly Mystic John Muir. We've sold it out, and then we sold it out again. We're going to do another screening in June. But I am showing my first film on St. Hildegard here on Monday night. We still have tickets, so I would invite you to come in and share in that creation spirituality that Hildegard gave us with Veritas.
There's a couple of other things coming up. The Earth team is hiking to Big Butt. Yes, Big Butt on May 2nd. It's a 5-mile roller coaster hike between Craggy and Mount Mitchell, so check that out. Pathways, which is the first step to becoming a member of this amazing community, is May 15th. There's only 20 spots, so sign up at the welcome table. There's a bunch more that's going on. It's all in your insert and online and various other places. So this is part of Jubilee in action, and thanks so much for being a part.
Melissa, where are you? There she is. Melissa Howarth, play us a song, if you will.
This is the bench that she was sitting on. Yeah, there you go. Can you do that? You can use the chair if you want.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, in honor of the full moon. I think it's full at 8:50 something tonight, actually full. So get out there and do a little naked dance. Sure. I invite you to hear these ancient and oh so lovely words. You have ravished my heart, my sister, my bride. You have ravished my heart with a glance of your eyes, with one jewel of your necklace. How sweet is your love, my sister, my bride. How much better is your love than wine, and the fragrance of your oils than any spice. Your lips distill nectar, my bride. Honey and milk are under your tongue. The scent of your garments is like the scent of Lebanon. I will come to my garden, my sister, my bride. I will gather my myrrh with my spice. I eat my honeycomb with my honey. I drink my wine with my milk. Eat, friends. Drink and be drunk with love. Woo! How about you? But that just steamed up my glasses. And now taking from the positiva to the negativa. When the soldiers had crucified Jesus, they took his clothes and divided them into 4 parts, one for each soldier. They also took his tunic. From the tunic was seamless, woven in one piece from the top. So they said to one another, "Let us not tear it, but cast lots to see who will get it." This is what the soldiers did. Meanwhile, standing near the cross of Jesus was his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing beside her, he said to his mother, "Woman, here is your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Here is your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her into his home. Sing the greatest song, stand on a star, blaze a trail of love.
Let the rivers run. Let all the dreamers wake the nations.
Come, the new Jerusalem. I invite you to stand and sing a song of peace. God, like God, uphold you, God's wisdom to guide you. God's eye will be for you, God's peace with you. Sing it again. God's mind to uphold you, God's wisdom to guide you. God's eye will be for you, God's peace with you. I invite you to share God's peace with those around you.
It's mine to uphold you, God's wisdom to guide you. God's eye will be for you, God's peace with you.
God. Breathe deeply, and you may be seated. Maybe. So, with our 501c3 here at Jubilee, we cannot take sides in political races. So I would like to invite any of the people who are running for attorney, Buncombe County attorney, are any of them here right now? If they are, would you stand up? Anybody here from the, oh, here we are. All right, there we go. All right. In all fairness, the other, you what now? No, I'm not going to endorse you. No, but Todd Williams and Ben Scales are running for Buncombe County Attorney, and Todd Williams is also who's running for Attorney General. Not Attorney General. I wish. Woo-wee. Ring the bells that still will ring. Forget your perfect suffering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Ring the bells that still will ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Sing it again. Ring the bells that still will ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Whether you're an egg, a seed, a nut, a chrysalis, or an amniotic sac, something has to crack. Something has to split open for light to get in and life to come out. You and I are here because yo mama's water broke. Crack. Amanda Jane had been to Ireland a few times. Someone had told her there was more than little Irish blood running through her veins, so she thought it might be the whiskey. She did, however, feel a certain twinge of a bit of a homecoming whenever she wandered the Irish peat bogs or found herself singing along with a singer in a pub. She had also fallen in love with the Celtic wheel of the year. She often said it made far more sense to think of the year as a circle than as a list of months named for Roman gods and a couple of Caesars. Her favorite holidays in the circle were Samhain and Beltane. Samhain celebrates the beginning of winter, the dark time. Beltane celebrates the beginning of summer, the time of light. Baal, the bright one. Tain, fire within. So there she was in Dublin, bright and early on May 1st, the morning of Beltane, on an adventure with her good friend Beatha. Oh, she had liked Beatha from the moment they met years ago in a Galway pub. But she liked her even more when she discovered that Beatha is the Gaelic word for life. Say it, Beatha. Beatha, life. Uiscena Beatha, meaning the water of life, is the Gaelic word for whiskey. Beatha had a sweet little farm just outside the city, and there she was on that Beltane morning when Beatha bustled into her room carrying 2 cups of hot tea and some soda bread. Up, she said, up, it's Beltane, and the grass is wet with dew. Let's go out and wash ourselves. So out they went in nightgown and sleep shirt, and in true Beltane tradition, knelt in the cold, wet grass, leaning over and bathing their faces in the sparkling beads and balls of the morning dew. Oh, cried Amanda Jane, lifting her face to the morning sun. Oh, I feel utterly baptized. I feel fresh as a baby. And, said Beatha, and the Beltane dew is guaranteed to bring you health, beauty, youthfulness, and sexual delight. It's a Celtic tale, but I believe it. And she said, we must have a bonfire tonight to welcome the warming sun, which is precisely what they did. And in the late hours of that night, Beatha and Amanda Jane lay back by the fire, holding hands, whiskey on their breath, gladness in their hearts, feeling healthy, beautiful, youthful, and maybe a little bit sexy. And lying there under the stars, Amanda Jane felt something stir inside her, stir a rich and erotic connection to the earth, to the skies, to her ancestors, to each and every being on this planet. I so love this life, she whispered. Even with all of its pain and struggle, there is a glorious splendor to it all. She breathed it all in. They squeezed hands in an unconsciously holy prayer of ecstasy. Breathe and sigh deeply. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. Say it. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. Turn to the person next to you and say it. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. Say it again. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. It's from one of my favorite books in the Bible. And the name of that book is, can you tell me? Song of Solomon, or Song of Songs, or Canticles. Goes by different names, but it's a song about love. Now, it's a strange little book. Strange little book, just 7 short chapters. In my Bible, it's just 5 pages long. Makes no reference to Jewish law, covenants, prophets, messiahs, or even to God. The entire piece is a song and celebration of love. Sexual love between a man and a woman, and it's included in the biblical wisdom literature. Thank you very much. Yes, the wisdom literature, right up there with Proverbs, Psalms, Job, and Ecclesiastes. There is this lovely song celebrating human love. 2 lovers praising each other yearning for each other, inviting each other to enjoy, and it's in the book. Matthew Fox says, and I hope I'm quoting you right, Matt, it's time people of faith took sex back from the pornographers and put it on the altar where it belongs. Close enough? Maybe we're smoking a little when you said that. I'm not sure. I don't know. So how would it change the way it's legal where that's right. How would it change the way you lived if you lived as if sex was a holy gift? And celebrating love is actually deep wisdom. Eat, friends, drink, and be drunk with love. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Crack! And light floods in, and life bursts forth. Let's sing a little Van. I can hear her heart beating for 1,000 miles, and the heavens open every time she smiles. And when I come to her, when there I belong, yes, I'm running to her like a river song. Give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling low down. Yeah, I come to her when the sun goes down. Take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache in the night like a thief. She give me love, 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 crazy love. Oh, yes, she do. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. From Mary Oliver, I know someone who kisses the way a flower opens, but more rapidly. Flowers are sweet. They have a short beatific life. They offer much pleasure. There is nothing in the world that can be said against them. Sad, isn't it? That all they can kiss is the air. Yes. Yes. We are the lucky ones. I did think, let's go about this slowly. This is important. This should take some really deep thought. We should take small, thoughtful steps. But bless us, we didn't. Yes, I need her in the daytime. I need her. Yes, I need her in the night. I need her. Yes, I want to throw my arms around her. I need her. Kiss and hug her tight. The Jesus story read today, our boy is hanging on the cross. He's dying. The story says when the soldiers had crucified Jesus, they took his clothes, divided them into 4 parts, one for each soldier. They also took his tunic, which was seamless. So they said to one another, let us not tear it, but cast lots to see who will get it. And that is what the soldiers did. There are biblical scholars who are pretty sure that Jesus was stripped naked on the cross so that everyone could see he was circumcised and therefore a Jew, as a way of letting everyone know that crucifixion, death, is what happens to Jews who don't toe the line, to Jews who break the rules. Now, this beautiful little tender moment happens. Standing next to the cross were his mother and Mary Magdalene and, quote, the disciple whom Jesus loved, who is never actually named, but the Gospel of John seems to point that his name was John. The disciple is not named, but the scholars are pretty clear that there was one, because it's constant reference during the book of John, the disciple whom Jesus loved. Now, there have been all kinds of speculations, of course, on whether or not this was a romantic love between Jesus and John. But interestingly, there's been the same kind of speculation about Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And in this heart-wrenching scene, they are both right there with his mother. Crack! Crack! And in some of his very last words, Jesus said to his mother, "Woman, here is your son." To the unnamed disciple, he said, "Here is your mother." And from that hour goes the story. The disciple took her into his own home. Now, did this actually happen? No one knows. Albert Camus says, "Fiction is a lie through which we tell deeper truths." And certainly one of the truths of this story is that love transcends gender. One of the truths of this story is that love transcends sexual orientation. Love transcends family. Love transcends humiliation. Love transcends suffering. Love transcends even death. Yeah, when I'm returning from so far away, she give me some sweet lovin', brighten up my day. Yes, it makes me righteous. Yes, it makes me whole. Yes, it makes me mellow down to my soul. She give me love, 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 crazy love. Yes, she does. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. Never underestimate the power of love. Say it with me. Never underestimate the power of love. Say it again. Never underestimate the power of love. Say it to your heart. Never underestimate the power of love. Say it to your brain. Never underestimate the power. Say it to your body. Never underestimate the power of love. It can crack you open. It can crack this earth wide open and let the light in. It can break chains and set you free to live as you were created to live. Crack! Light floods in. Crack! Life swells into fullness. That's the way life works. That's the power of love. 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 Love, you really crack me up. She's got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling low down. And when I come to her, when the sun goes down, take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache in the night like a thief. She give me love. Would we trash our lover? Why would we trash one who loves us, one who offers us love all the time? Why would we trash it? Why would we poison it? Why would we disregard it? Why would we think that we, in some way, had the authority or the privilege of trashing this holy gift, this precious gift? this irreplaceable gift. Sorry, boys and girls, there ain't no nearby place for us to go. This is home. Always has been, always will be. She give me love, love, crazy, crazy love. Sing it again. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy. One more time. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. Oh, yeah. So we're going to send the bowls around, put some money in those bowls to help us do what we're going to do. And while they're going around, we can learn how to get rid of plastic. Here we go.
There we go. So this weekend we've been hosting this amazing community of folks from around the country, and we were celebrating awe and wonder of this amazing world. And there's been this invitation to take a vow to love and defend the earth. Here at Jubilee, for the past month, we've been celebrating Earth Month with this Beyond Plastics campaign. And we've celebrated the beauty of our oceans and the animal life, mourned this devastating impact of our insane relationship with a single-use plastic, both on the earth and our health. And last week, we learned about innovations to clean up and reduce our use of plastics. So we've taken down the great big display, but we wanted to take this last weekend of Earth Month to ask you to make the pledge to reduce and move towards eliminating single-use plastic in your daily life. And it's 4 small things we've been talking about. Saying no to straws, giving up plastic bags, giving up plastic utensils, and eliminating water bottles. So in this last week, we're going to show us a quick clip of other things that you can do that can eliminate a lot of plastic waste in your life. So.
I am a stay-at-home mom. I try to live a minimalist and as zero waste now life as possible.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm sort of kind of sharing.
That's the wrong link. So we're just going to skip the video and say, hey, this is amazing, beautiful earth. Single-use plastic is going into all of our oceans. Animals are eating it. It's affecting our health. They find it in 98% of people have like plastic in your blood. And that most of it is used one time. Plastic bags, 12 minutes. And there's 1 trillion bags that are being used every year. It's the equivalent to a plastic or a dump truck of water bottles being dumped into the ocean every minute. So these are like, it's so easy to make these changes. We make some, there's a learning curve to it, right? Like when I go into a restaurant and they bring me a straw, it's like, oh yeah, okay, next time I sit down, say no straw before they even bring me the water. Or, getting prepared. The video we were going to show was really about how to get prepared. And it takes a little bit of time to get prepared, but it's easy to do. You get your water bottles, you get your reusable bags, and just take that learning curve. And about 70% of your waste, plastic waste, can be eliminated by taking these very small steps. So I can put it on the Facebook page. You can see the video another time. And in the meantime, there's a pledge card in the hospitality room. You can take that pledge to give up single-use plastic. And you can pick up Matthew and Skylar and Jen's book, The Sacred Earth, Order of the Sacred Earth, and learn about the vow and what else you can do. So there you go. There's plastics. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you. Let's stand and dedicate our gifts. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. I invite you to hold hands. And as you go out into this beautiful, by the way, check out the weather next 5 or 6 days. Going to be gorgeous, gorgeous. So come on out there, get out there and celebrate the good news that she gives us love, 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 crazy love all the time. And the least we can do is love her back. For the earth forever turning, for the skies, for every sea, for our lives and all creation, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the earth we raise our voices, for the home that gives us birth. In our joy we sing, returning to our blue-green hills of earth. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Whenever I'm with him, something inside starts to burn it, and I'm filled with desire. Could it be the devil in me, or is this the way love's supposed to be? It's like a heat wave.